Hey Leo, Ashley here. We're going to do your reading for the week of April 11th. So mid-April already. We have the panda for last week, the fox spirit for this week, and then I'm using the maybe Lenormand here for next week. So we're going to get into your reading. If you feel like this is not your scenario, be sure to check out your other placements. Hit that like button if you would. Subscribe, share with another Leo, and we'll get into this. So we do have the full moon in Libra at the end of this week. So that is coming up, and Libra is always about some sort of relationship. So whether it's your relationship to your environment or other people, there's some illumination coming in. All right. Let's see what's going on. We have the Three of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles, the Star, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and Temperance. So just all together here, it feels to me like there's definitely something here that it's almost like it craves to be healed, and it does feel like a connection with someone else. Just putting that out there. We will look at it from a career standpoint depending on what comes through. So, but it does feel like there's been maybe a bit of a sting that has happened here with the Three of Swords. This is a big love here that you're dealing with. And there's aspects to this dynamic that are definitely difficult. Outside of just hurt feelings or regrets or pain, it's also hard, right? You know, there's parts to this dynamic that are absolutely liberating, and there's parts to it that are absolutely heavy. It does look to me like there's going to be just some slow movement forward here, wanting to heal things, wanting to take things nice and slow. I would say, just in having said that, it can be a little bit tempting to not have any movement at all, because we're kind of seeing this Five of Cups, Three of Swords energy here, this Eight of Swords here, this Ten of Wands. Like, all of these feel like they definitely pack the potential for taking things so slowly that we actually don't make the move because of the pain that we're in, right? So I do feel like this spirit fox that's showing up here is really kind of just trying to encourage you to understand that you absolutely have what it takes to get out of your head and do what needs to be done here. It can feel like you're powerless, but you're not, right? That's just this mental construct that we're wrapped up in because we've been through something difficult, right? It does feel like you're attempting to kind of stay balanced here, especially with a love interest. It's like you're wanting to keep your emotions in check, and not have this up and down kind of action going on between you and this person. But I could also see that perhaps you're kind of maybe even packing some of those emotions down. So just, you know, there's a balance involved here, right? When it comes to to those emotions that are there. It's kind of like we don't want them to be in control and completely overwhelm a situation, but we also have to be in this place of knowing what we feel and acknowledging it and being okay with what that is, right? So, especially with this Eight of Swords here, it's almost like there could be some avoidance here to even go there emotion-wise. So, heads up on that. We do have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the King of Wands. The Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. It does look to me like you're definitely wanting to get out of a situation here. It could be a connection, it could be a third-party situation, but I do feel like you're trying to communicate how passionately you feel about your opinion, your stance on what you want to do here. Let's clarify. Let's get deeper here. This last week we have the Panda. You can see there's two here. Now this can certainly be a relationship with you and your inner child. This could be you and a kid, you and a friend, you and a lover. We will see what comes through. It says stay balanced and in your essence. So it's like not being overtaken, but also not avoiding, right? Three of Swords, the Star, and the Ten of Cups. You could certainly be dealing with an Aquarius here, or have strong Aquarius in your chart. We also have some water. We've got Sagittarius. We've got some fire. So let's clarify and see what's been happening in the recent past. And this just helps me to better understand what's going on now and what led to it, right? So you can kind of use this past position to determine if this is your story or not. With the Three of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Feels like there's a lot of sexual energy here for sure. There could have been a third-party situation. Could also be a situation where someone here had the impulse to kind of have freedom here, have the ability to chase their own passion. But with the Ace of Wands showing up here, to me this is also like sex energy. That like there was some sort of passion or sexual energy kind of driving, or at least playing a big part in a relationship dynamic here. With the Star, we have the Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So there's definitely this desire to improve, expand, heal. There could be a lot of communication that was taking place in this past week. A lot of communication about wounds as well, and what to do with them. How to, I want to say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it's like, and I don't know where that came from, but it does feel like that might be your stance. Like what's good for you is good for everyone, or should be. Or perhaps that's kind of what your person was talking about. But I do feel like there's an intricate and careful way of approaching this so that everyone's getting what they need here. And everyone's getting their desires met. With the Ten of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is definitely dealing with someone that you have a deep love for, and I feel that they have a deep love for you. But there has been conflict here with this person. There's something about this situation that is troubling this person. And again, I keep that goose, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't think this person agrees. is kind of what I'm getting there. Like, there could be this just like really open way of approaching the future. Like, shouldn't we all be free? I don't feel that that's where this person's coming from. And I don't mean that this person doesn't like freedom, but this person's definitely being led from the heart space. And this could definitely be your energy here, Leo. We've got a lot of fire, where it's just like impulse. I want to go after the thing that in the moment feels good, right? And so it's almost like trying to find, excuse me, that common ground here, and you may not have come to that conclusion with this person in the past. But again, when it says stay balanced and in your essence, there's nothing wrong with your take on things, and there's nothing wrong with their take on things. Is there a meeting of the minds or the hearts or whatever here, right, that needs to be looked at? Let's see. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. So again, I feel like you have this ability to overcome this. You're telling yourself that you don't. Right? With the Eight of Swords, it's like your narrative is what's keeping you kind of stuck maybe, or held back. In fact, it could very well be the narrative here that makes this feel so hard. Not that there's not been challenges, right? But it does kind of feel like you're wanting to put the weight of things down, but recognize that your head is playing a significant part in that being part of a problem, right? So if you're overthinking, you're probably adding to your own burden here. With the Six of Wands, we have the Three of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So it does look to me like you definitely want to move into a happier, healthier space with this person, mentally too. It's like you want to get on the same page. It's like you want to celebrate good times. You want to move out of the difficulty. And we have a lot of movement cards here. Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, Six of Swords. There's a desire to expand, Three of Wands, into the future and leave the things in the past that have just been too heavy, right? With the Ten of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles. So we got some earth energy there, and the World. So it looks to me like there's definitely this desire of freedom versus commitment. With the King of Pentacles there, that can be a married person or someone that has been married. It looks to me like with the Ten of Wands and the World here, that has ended, and we're talking about changing times, right? So there's been some sort of long-term commitment here that has come to an end. And I also feel like you're telling yourself that that was a burden, that it ended, that it was a burden that it existed, that it was a burden that you were committed, that it was hard. So again, watch the narrative. Because if you believe it, that will be true. With the Eight of Swords, okay, these both want to come out. We have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. There's this desire to have this independence here. And I do feel like you're communicating this. Why is this the Eight of Swords? Four of Wands. So the thought of coming into union is the thing that's like causing the stop. Again, I'm really just getting like, I just want to party and have fun, and with all these threes here, it could very well be that you just want to entertain third party situations, or you just want to like be able to see whoever you want, or what have you. It's kind of an interesting mixed bag here. Because I still feel like you want things to get better with this person. You want things to go in a good direction. It could just very well be that the thought of union or commitment is something that's just too much for you right now. With the Ace of Swords here, it does feel like there will be communication about this, and it could very well be that you're talking about this and I just saw the Hierophant, so I want to get one more here on this. Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So the Hierophant just popped out, and then it did again to clarify this Nine of Pentacles. You know, there could be this potential here that this is something you begin to consider coming together. I feel like there's a strong repulsion, maybe that's a really strong word, against something traditional here. And I do feel like that came up recently for you, Leo. I don't remember the title of your April forecast. Let me look real quick, because I feel like this is head and heart aligned to bring this connection to the next level. So that could still be kind of coming into play here. Again, I said, you know, your head is telling you something's hard, it's going to be hard. And trust your talents in changing times. So you have this ability to think on your feet, right? You know, the fox is very sprightly and quick. It doesn't have to be somewhere where you get stuck, right? And it could just be kind of making decisions in the moment, every moment, rather than something in particular that's like real traditional. Now, this next week we do have, I believe it's called the Birch Rod and the Lily. And we have this King of Swords energy here, so I do feel like there's definitely communication here. There's this desire to cut out the drama. There's also perhaps the desire to soothe something, but in a logical way, with that King of Swords there. It's like you want to stand true in your own values, but you also want to smooth something over here, something that has clearly been a conflict in the past. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Temperance. So again, I just feel like each of these weeks there's maybe some slight movement, but it's kind of the same topic here. It's like slowly healing something, slowly improving something, but again from a very logical space rather than necessarily a heart space. We do have the Five of Cups here, so I'm curious to see how that's coming in for you in particular, Leo. Let's see, Knight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. And the King of Cups. So, King and Queen of Cups. Interesting, because I did feel like this Queen of Cups was the person you were dealing with here, while you're sitting in a lot of this fire energy native to your sign, Leo. With the King of Cups here, I do kind of wonder if that's not your energy, because now we have the pair. Wanting to take things slow. I should have said something, but when I said I was curious about this Five of Cups, it's because I was like, you know, your person's got the cups. you've got all these wands, this passion, and there's definitely some mental action going on with you here, Leo, but I was like, where are the cups? I guess we had the Three of Cups here, just wanting to kind of like have things go in a jolly direction, but it's like, I'm like, where's the love? So it does feel like things moving slowly here is important to you, and I think it's actually to kind of help protect your emotions here, kind of keep control of emotions. There's this fear of like not letting it bubble up and over, which we talked about at the very beginning of the reading. Staying balanced and in your essence. It's like, don't hide emotions, but also don't shove them down. Don't let them boil over and take over, but don't hide, you know? So it does feel like you do have some concerns here about your own heart. But I do feel like you generally keep that to yourself. Like, I don't feel like you're out there just expressing your emotions like crazy here, Leo. I feel like you kind of, you know you have them, you know you have love here, but you protect that. You might kind of control that from a mental perspective. Maybe you're trying to make sense of your own emotions using your mind, which good luck. But also, I do feel like your headspace kind of can kind of take over. With the Five of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you feel like it would be in your best interest for things to take time here. But you also care to put in the effort to smooth this over, to improve this, to heal this. I do like this version of the Five of Cups. And by the way, this deck, I couldn't even tell you what it's called. It's the very first tarot deck I ever owned. I think I got this when I was 12. So I thought I'd break out an oldie. But what I do like about this Five of Cups, like we got the 3 spilled cups here. But this person in this Five of Cups actually has the 2 left standing, and they're holding them up. Like, they've acknowledged these 2 cups. So I feel like you see that there's aspects of this dynamic that are worth saving, worth healing, worth putting the time into. With Temperance, yeah, wanting to heal, wanting to heal, wanting to heal. And the Hanged Man. So we've got some Sagittarius, some Pisces, some Scorpio, Taurus strongly, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces. Those are the big ones here. Maybe seeing how to, I want to see more on this Hanged Man. Are we seeing how to heal this in a different way? Taking a small step forward here with the Page of Pentacles. Wanting to manifest. I kind of actually feel like, real quick, I feel like you've been in this very free love and space. Your person has not liked it. You're wanting things to improve, but you haven't wanted commitment. You don't want the past here. Here I feel like you might be starting to think about it a little bit, or at least look at it from a less traditional standpoint here. This next week, the shift I feel like I'm seeing here is that it feels like over the past 2 weeks, you're finally starting to show up here with these cups, with this desire to come put something into this. Like it feels like to me it's important for you to start taking steps in the right direction here. It's still a bit of a nervous energy, but a little bit more compromising than maybe what it has been, is what I want to say. Because again, you're holding those 2 cups. You've recognized there's still something here worth your time, and it could actually be really positive. So I like that. Just just a little bit of a slow transition here, which is fine, right? But again, don't hide those feelings too much. And that's kind of the thing here too. The person you're dealing with, like this Queen of Cups, she's very focused on that big giant cup, right? She's this nurturing, loving energy here. Very intuitive person. And she's sitting here with the 10 of Cups. So this lady, this man, whoever this is you're dealing with, they're solid when it comes to how they feel here. Like solid. If anything, I feel like they've been a little frustrated with you. I hope that was helpful. Good luck for the new or full moon in Libra. That could help create a shift here, and it looks to me like it does, because we did see things get a little bit more emotional this next week rather than just like fire. So it does look like that full moon in Libra creates a bit of a shift, a little bit more dipping the toe in the water. So I like that. We're making progress. I will see you next time. Bye.